Hi, and welcome to this educational video titled Introduction to Storeroom Issues. In this video, you will learn about common processes and tips related to issuing supplies from the storeroom. This video is presented by Trident Ed's Consulting, where it is our mission to provide thoughtful instruction, tips, and guidance on healthcare supply chain topics to passionate supply chain professionals just like you. When it comes to inventory management, there are times when an organization wants to manage inventory very tightly to ensure that there is clear visibility for managers to be able to view exactly what is stocked, how many are available, how many are on order, and the financial value of the inventory. This approach to inventory management enables analysts and inventory managers to perform detailed analysis and calculate key performance indicators such as fill rate and inventory accuracy. To achieve this level of control and visibility, it is critical for inventory staff members to record transactions in the inventory management system each time an item is placed on a shelf or removed from its location. It is worth noting that this approach to inventory management is commonly called perpetual inventory management, to emphasize that inventory quantities are perpetually updated in the computer system to reflect the supplies that go into and out of the storeroom. Due to the effort involved in managing inventory in this manner, this type of inventory management is typically used for only high dollar inventory locations, such as the main med-surg storeroom, the operating room, and the cath lab. The most common inventory transaction that occurs in a storeroom is issuing supplies to a department. There are typically two types of issues from a perpetual storeroom, namely direct issues and issues from a pick list. We will cover each of these in the next two slides. A direct issue is the process of issuing products directly from an inventory location to a non-stock location or department without an electronic requisition. In other words, this is the process used when a hospital employee emails, calls, or walks up to the storeroom and requests items for their department, or when a supply chain staff member must issue items for a hospital part location and cannot efficiently utilize their requisitioning tool. Whenever inventory is issued in this manner, the inventory staff member will need to be careful to avoid picking supplies that are already reserved for a pick list. You should check with your supervisor to understand your local process. Once it has been determined that the desired items are available, the inventory staff member will need to either enter an issue transaction into the inventory system using a mobile device or by hand keying into the computer system. Or, if your organization has a dedicated team that processes all transactions, the inventory staff member will record the transaction on the proper paper form and place the form in the designated location so that it can be keyed into the system. It should be noted that once the transaction is recorded in the inventory management system, the system quantity of this product will be reduced or decremented to reflect the reduction in quantity on the shelf. Simultaneously, the department will be charged for the supplies that were issued. The other way to issue products is using a pick list. Pick lists are generated from approved requisitions. More specifically, the process begins when a hospital employee submits a requisition for storeroom supplies. At most organizations, these type of requisitions are auto-approved. However, if approval is required, the requisition will route through the approval process. Once the requisition is approved, the inventory management system will convert the requisition into a pick list that includes the department or location name, as well as a list of items to be picked along with the quantities available to pick in the shelf locations. Depending upon your local storeroom picking process, your pick list could be paper-based, or they could be displayed on a mobile device. Inventory staff will use the pick list to pick the items from inventory and will then interact with the computer system, either the handheld device or a desktop computer, to verify the exact quantities picked for the order. Depending upon your inventory picking system and how it is configured, the actual system quantities are reduced either at the time of picking or at the time of confirming your picks in the computer system. The department is also charged at the same time during the process. A lot is a specific batch of an item that was manufactured at the same time and location. A considerable number of healthcare products have lot numbers listed on the packaging box, and even on internal packaging as a way for manufacturers and hospitals to manage recalls and mitigate the risks associated with production and product issues. By isolating product defects related to specific lot numbers, manufacturers can minimize the impact on hospitals, since removal of 100% of a product from a hospital can be devastating to hospital operations. In some hospitals, the inventory management system is sophisticated enough to track inventory by lot. This is called lot control. If your organization utilizes lot control within the local inventory management system, then the lot must be entered at the time of receiving. Also, inventory staff must pay attention when picking products to ensure that they pick the designated lot number listed on system-generated pick lists. Furthermore, inventory staff must record the proper lot number when picking without a system-generated pick list. The two main advantages of using lot control in your inventory management system is that you can better enforce the principle of first in, first out. Since your system-generated pick list will direct the picking staff to the older lot numbers first, plus when a recall occurs, the inventory manager can quickly determine which departments need to purge their locations of tainted lots. On the other hand, there are disadvantages of using lot control. The receiving team must enter the lot numbers into the system, picking staff must pick the exact lot listed on a pick list, or must record the lot number on paper-based issue forms, and staff performing cycle counting and physical inventory must count by lot number. The return of goods to the storeroom is inevitable in any hospital operation. Whenever this occurs, the storeroom typically enters the transaction into the inventory system as a reverse issue, often by placing a negative sign in front of the quantity. It's important to note that before you proceed with processing a return, you must ensure that the product is able to be restocked. For example, you should verify that the product is not damaged or compromised in any way. This is essential as the product will be reissued to another department. If you find yourself working in a perpetual inventory location, please keep in mind that your attention to detail and focus on following established processes will have a significant impact on your department's operational success. Your efforts will also improve the visibility and control that your local management team is striving for. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe so that we know that you, specifically, would like to see more of this type of content.